Cyrax players, have your fun, because when that patch comes, I guarantee you, y'all not gonna be able to do any of that stuff anymore. So have your fun. It's okay. The game's new. I'm not gonna get mad at anything. I'm not gonna get upset. But have your fun now. Come patch time, that character is getting nerfed. Come patch time, that character is getting nerfed.
Come patch time, that character is getting nerfed.
Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. What is going on, everybody? It's theRealKaaayle, back with some Mortal Kombat 1 content. The first balance patch is here for Mortal Kombat 1, and it's a doozy. And at the time of this recording, there are no patch notes to this, right? Look, this is something that I definitely don't agree with. I don't agree with this. I don't see how you releasing a patch without a detailed list of changes. So now we're all looking up changes. But anyways, for the purpose of these videos, I don't go through every single change. I only go through the major things that happen in the patch notes. And there's some really interesting stuff happening here. I'm not going to say if the patch is good or bad right now, because only time will have to tell. But there's some interesting stuff happening. So this is just what you see on your screen right now. This is what the game tells you. There's some quality of life changes, y'all. Some things that I basically been asking for since playing this game from the early access, right? And I'm glad they're finally here a month later. Not bad, not bad. But anyways, y'all, let's get into it. Let's get into it and discuss. Alright, y'all, so this is one of the first things that have been changed right now. There are 2 new variations of stages added to the game. And that is, the Cage Mansion now has a Halloween stage, and Wuxi Academy now has a evening time stage. Pretty good, like that a lot. The evening time for Wuxi Academy was seen in the single player. Basically you can use it now in practice and versus in the other game modes. And Cage Mansion now has a Halloween stage, which looks spectacular. Let's just load in. Let me just show you how it looks. Look at that. Full Halloween theme. You know, purple. Night sky. Johnny Cage's mansion is tricked out. You see like Mortal Kombat scarecrows in the background. Pumpkins everywhere. Jack-o'-lanterns. The decorations look fantastic. Halloween is such a great holiday, y'all. So, bon appetit. We get a nice little treat. I think a lot of people are going to be using this stage this weekend, considering it is Halloween weekend. I wonder if this is something that's just going to be in the game like forever. I would like to have it be that way, but you know, it would be awkward seeing a Halloween stage when it's I don't know, like January, right? But I think this basically confirms, guys, that we are going to see seasonal changes to stages in this game. So I'm expecting one for around maybe when Thanksgiving, maybe when Christmas comes around, maybe when, you know, hopefully they do something with like bigger tournaments again, like how they did the tournament stage in MK1. But this is a great addition, very welcome. It just makes the game feel more lively and interactable. Good job, NRS. Here I'm showing you guys Wuxi Academy in the evening time now. It looks great. I absolutely love the stages in Mortal Kombat 1. They all look amazing. And yeah, we just could play the stage in the nighttime now. Awesome. Alright, one of the first things that a lot of people noticed from in this game that was missing was the ability to tag moves. You can do that now. So this laundry list of moves that your character has now. And you know, if you're starting a brand new character, you can just pin them to the screen if you want. This is something that was definitely missed. I don't know why it wasn't in the game at launch. I clearly think this was just an oversight. I don't think this was something that they didn't want to have in, and they just said, all right, we'll just add it back in. I think this was an oversight for the devs, but nonetheless, it's in the game now. We don't have to keep going back and forth through the move list just to see certain moves. This is very helpful, especially when you just start a brand new character. Alright, so other quality of life features. If you go all the way down here now, there's something called online settings, and you can play around with some settings for the online. So remember how they didn't have a ping indicator during the gameplay? There is a ping indicator during the gameplay now when you are playing a match online, and it shows the ping actively throughout the game. You can also have it display bars instead of ping if that is more simpler for you. But you can also mute people now. Wow, I don't think there's ever been an option in an NRS game where you can mute people, and you can just have your microphone muted, which is very good considering if you are playing this game on PlayStation, the DualSense has a built-in microphone. You can mute the mic on the PlayStation itself, but a lot of people forget to do that. So just having this feature on, you don't have to worry about muting yourself and, you know, hearing you talk shit, you know, even if you're doing it in private, right? And you can just mute other people. On social media, there's just been a lot of clips of people raging and people just saying crazy stuff on the mic. I don't know what about this game in particular, the amount of like just raging and crybabies and just trash talk online in this game in both modes, casual and ranked, was off the charts. I don't know, Mortal Kombat just triggered everybody, but yes, you don't have to hear anyone do that anymore. You can just mute everybody now. I'm probably gonna keep it on for content purposes, but you know, for other people out there who just don't want to deal with other people, yeah, you can just turn this off now. Now you don't have to hear anybody talking ish to you. Good job, NRS. Alright, we're getting into the juicy part of this video now. We're talking about the balance. So the big thing, the elephant in the room, Cyrax has gotten nerfed. Horizontal helicopter costs full cameo bar now. So it doesn't change the way you combo, doesn't change the way you necessarily use it. You can still basically use it in block strings like before, but you just can't spam this move as often anymore. I think this was a good change. I'm hearing a lot of ripple effect about this change from the pros. I think Sonic Fox has kind of expressed that they do not like this change because now they feel like this is taking away the player expression, and there's certain things that they were able to do that they can no longer do with particularly Rain, and they were using it at ECT this past weekend. But I can't help but feel the opposite about this because Cyrax was just a bit too common, and with the top tiers that you see on my screen, these characters that you see on my screen, Cyrax the synergy was just off the charts, and it became a bit too brain dead. I'm just being real. It was very brain dead, but you can still do the same stuff on block. I'm just gonna set Raiden the block real quick. So what were they doing? They were doing things like all this stuff is still legitimate, but it's just that you can't just loop it again. It still has crazy chip damage, so Raiden gotta hold all that chip is still there, but you know that sequence, you're not getting that sequence again because now look at the cameo bar. It's taking forever to recharge, and you can't do it at all. You need to have the full cameo in order to do this. Very good change, honestly, in my opinion, but we'll see if this completely kills Cyrax. As of right now, I think some people are gonna fraud and just drop Cyrax because they feel like, well, their game plan is ruined. But Cyrax players, sorry, you gotta play the game now. You gotta play the game now. Baraka, seems like the bro got nerfed, and I think a lot of things actually changed about him, but I think the thing that everybody is noticing right now is his damage. I'm just gonna try and do a simple Baraka combo. Sorry guys, I'm not a Baraka player, but I think I can figure this out. Stuff like that. I feel like he was getting like 500, like 450 for what he's doing. It feels like his combo damage has effectively been dropped by 10%. me just try something else here right now. I'm doing this live, by the way. There we go. All right, that did like 14. I think before that I was doing like 46, 48%, maybe even damn near 50. But I was only 1 bar, 1 cameo. Listen, I don't know about y'all. I still think that's very good, and that's something that someone's gonna definitely spend their meter to break. It is definitely a big nerf. Baraka is not gonna 2-tap you like before, but that is still very scary damage. 1 bar, 1 cameo doing that much damage still is very, very good. I think there's other aspects of him that are nerfed. Apparently, I think 2-1 now has a bigger gap in it, and I heard that his movement speed is a bit toned down too. I remember before he was just kind of just walking in. You didn't even have to like wave dash or anything. People were just walking into this character, and the back dashing was crazy. The back dashing to the back one was a crazy strategy. But anyways, y'all, Baraka is turned down and Cyrax being toned down. I think this team is gonna. I don't think too many people are gonna be messing with this team right now. If there's someone still playing this team, just know that they genuinely enjoy playing this team. But I think for all the people who are frauding, they're gonna move on to somebody different. And I think the same thing applies to Raiden now. So I'm gonna switch to Raiden. I'm gonna try out a combo and let's see how much damage Raiden does now. Okay, alright, so I guess that's a new 1 bar, 1 cameo combo with Raiden and Jax, a very common team that I see online. That still seems like a lot of damage to me, y'all. I definitely wasn't doing something optimal too. I think there's a lot more that you can get off of that. I still think Raiden's going to be hitting for close to 40, but he's just probably not going to be doing 50% like how he was before. He's probably going to be doing like 45, 42%, which sounds, honestly guys, that's still very scary. That's still very high damage. I literally didn't even practice that hard, that combo. Just came up with that from based on what I see online without even looking up Raiden's moves. So Raiden's damage, yes, albeit nerfed, still very high, still very scary. For what I'm realizing, his buttons seem exactly the same too. He still has the triple low, that low profiles, everything, the overhead that causes a lot of knockdown. Still has a really good charge. This stuff does really good on chip. This thing, I think it still sucks people in. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This character, I think he's just gonna be strong in this game. If he's not 2-tapping you, whatever. I hope people do not just start dropping him, because I still think that he's very, very strong. If you drop this character, you are what I like to call a fraud. Alright, so the next thing I want to show you guys, just to wrap things up, based on the big stuff, Kung Lao's hat takes a lot bit longer to come back now. Before, the hat used to basically come back instantly. Now it takes a bit longer. I don't want to say a lot longer, but I think it is a lot longer, but it just takes longer to come back. Before, I would have had basically full bar by now with Kung Lao. They didn't. I don't think they changed the property on block. You're still plus. Let me just make sure. Yeah, you're still +2. It still hits low, so don't worry about that. It's just that you can't spam this out as often. And that's like the only change that they did with Kung Lao cameo. I think after this patch, I think Kung Lao's cameo is basically going to be the same. No, not the same, but the best cameo in the game. I'd rather deal with this low hat all day than deal with Cyrax shipping me out anyways. But anyway, moving on. Johnny, no changes. I think that's something to declare. It's something to really talk about, because that is crazy with how often I see Johnny online, how often we saw him at this weekend's major, and just how good he is. I think a lot of people are gonna pick up, more people are gonna pick up Johnny. I think Johnny Lao is gonna be the new top team. That's why I put them together. I think this team is going to be very good. He's +4 off of this still. He's +3 off of that. He's +7 off of this. He's +4, +1, -1, -5. That's +3. This is +15. Then Lao, that's +2. Like, he has just plus frames out the wazoo, guys. So Johnny players, you're next. Whenever the next patch is, just letting y'all know, have your fun now. But you're next. And yeah, don't drop Johnny because he's very good. He's a character that I'm gonna start looking into because, you know, I'm a Johnny Cage player. I'm a Johnny Cage fan. But yeah, I don't think Serena got any changes from what I'm seeing. I guess when the patch notes come out, I'll dive a bit deeper if anything more gets revealed. But this is what the community is really talking about right now. Summarize: Cyrax cost bar cameo now if you're gonna do the horizontal. Baraka Raiden damage nerfed from like upwards to 10%. B&B's nerfed to 10%. Johnny, white privilege Johnny, still the same. He's gonna be running the show for a bit. It's the Johnny Cage show for the next probably like 2 months. And Kung Lao slightly nerfed, but I think he's gonna be the new go-to cameo now because the hat is still pretty good, still viable. It's just that it's not as spammable. And Serena, you're still gonna see her online because I don't think she's gonna change. She's been changed a lot. And yeah, just easy combo confirms the damage. But anyways, y'all, let me know what you guys think about this patch. Is your character done? Are you not playing that Baraka team no more? Are you happy that this stuff is gone? Maybe by the time this video is up, the full patch notes will be live. But just want to give you guys the quick, juicy stuff, quality of life changes, the quick, juicy info right away until the full patch notes comes out. So anyways, y'all, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and stay tuned for more Mortal Kombat 1. Peace. Have a good day, y'all. Cyrax players, have your fun, because when that patch comes, I guarantee you, y'all not gonna be able to do any of that stuff anymore. So have your fun. It's okay. The game's new. I'm not gonna get mad at anything. I'm not gonna get upset. But have your fun now. Come patch time, that character is getting nerfed.